Now, not surprisingly, some political figures are pushing back. Here is former governor and devout Catholic Jeb Bush.
First of all, Pope Francis is an extraordinary leader, but I don't get economic policy from my bishops or my cardinals or from my pope.
Cardinal, your response?
Well, I think that's a legitimate position to say I don't get policy from the church, from the Pope. I would hope that no politician gets policy from his faith committee, his faith community. But what we get is the moral frame of reference by which we arrive at those policy positions. So the Pope is talking about what should we be doing, not here is a political agenda that you must accept. I think that's the richness of his contribution to all of this. There is a human dimension to everything we do, and that therefore carries with it a moral and ethical dimension. And the Pope is simply saying, whether you're a politician, a financier, an economist, an industrialist, whatever you are, look at the consequences of what you're doing through the lens of humanity and through the moral obligation to include everyone in the effort to have a truly good and just society.
Now, while the Pope has bigger things on his mind than American politics, some American conservatives say he is choosing sides. Cardinal, forgive me because this is going to get a little salty.
Essentially, what this papal encyclica is suggesting is that every Catholic should vote for the Democrat Party. Well, no, that's what. How in the hell else do you interpret it when the Pope comes out and sounds like Al Gore on global warming and climate change?
I never thought I'd ask you this. How do you respond to Rush Limbaugh?
Well, this is one of the great blessings of America, isn't it? We're all allowed to speak our mind, even if we don't have all the facts, even if we don't have a clear view of what the other person is saying. We're all allowed to speak our mind, and that's what he's doing. I think what the Pope is doing is something very, very different from that. He's saying, why don't we all discuss this? Why don't we all come to the table? And before we start eliminating other people from the discussion or denouncing them or even ridiculing them, why don't we listen to them and see what they're saying and see where we really ought to be going as a human family?